right? The slow zone and Ice Queen 1 slow, it's a lot more difficult for Onic to maybe maneuver out of. It's not as dynamic as RQ wants, but I think that is why it's immediately banned out. And now, along with that, it's going to be the Baxia as well.
That's why. That's what I was about to say, right? Coming into the drafting phase here for game number 2, they completely understand your point. They completely respect that outcome, and so they deny it once again. The slight change that we see from Onic here is the fact that Baxia gets taken out.
And now the big question is, what is Versik going to play? The Baxia and the Fredrin has been denied away from him. When that usually happens, we see him go on the Lancelot and maybe even the lane. But now against a very oppressive force in a Fredrin, especially on the hands of the god in the jungle, Kyrie. I don't know about that. Valentina and Edith still the prio here for RRQ. Even though they lost with the Edith, they still see the value in it.
But now Clay has his hands on the Valentina. So a bit more versatile. And we've seen Clay able to adjust in what ultimate to steal away with the IMU and how to maneuver. So we'll have to see. For Onic, wow. It's going to be that Bruno yet again.
Nice win rate.
69. Nice.
Bruno and what?
What's in a different team?
Here? No.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Yeah, it's okay.
Cho!
Keyboy's Cho.
Oh, man.
That's the boy.
Arguably the best Cho in the world.
Final MVP.
Man, you said Rossi was almost matching up to Keyboy. This is really like put into perspective how much.
I'm not saying that Rossi is as good as Keyboy. I'm saying that he's grown on me as much as Keyboy's grown on me. So it's a subjective thing, not an objective thing. But
my mistake.
Objectively, this is a scary, scary Cho. Even internationally, it is already recognized. And now RRQ, what do they want to go for? You're right. First set, what is he going to play? We've seen him go Grok Jungle. Martis, that's also an option that he can go for.
Is he going to go for an assassin? Because the Cho is picked up already, so it kind of nullifies that possibility. It is going to be a Martis. So early game centric yet again, but they have to be careful to ensure that Onic can't really deal with this the same way, just through battle spells and purifiers. Because if they have no solid crowd control and only slows, then sprints can be used to counter that as well.
Wow. You can see the fun fact, top, Onic and RQ have remained the top 2 teams at the end of the regular season since Season 8. Wow.
Yikes.
And no team has been able to overtake them for 4 consecutive MPL ID seasons. No wonder they're called the Royal Besties. Season 8, RQ, Onic.
I wonder if they're bored of each other.
Well, with new players in the fray for RQ, I think Onic may have found like, wow, worthy opponents back again.
But technically, RQ didn't make it to the grand finals last season.
Regular season. It's just regular
it's just regular season. So that was the small change that we saw last season. But I mean, this season it looks like it might actually get to that again. Well, GeekFam's been performing out of their minds though.
Well, so was performing last season too.
Hey.
All right, we'll see. But there you go. RQ have actually banned out the Lancelot. What? Oh, they think that right. Wait, what?
Yeah, they still assume it might be a Fredrin in the XP lane.
Oh,
that's what makes it so frustrating when you're drafting against Onic. You're like, all right, Fredrin, that's 100% going to the jungle. It is not good in the XP lane. But then Boots is like, bro, are you sure about that? You know who I am?
It's Boots.
I'm Boots. I'm going to walk all over you.
He's one of the only EXP laners that is able to pull it off as well. So they just have something extra here because people say it's an outdated strat, right? They're trying to flex that Fredrin, but Onic has been consistently able to do so for RRQ.
It's funny because that's what RQ usually does.
Yeah.
Always first phase, always first pick, always Fredrin. It's been like a consistent pattern for RQ.
Ooh.
But now, RQ have responded to the Bruno gold lane with their own Brody.
It's such a strange thing that has happened. In ISF, Brody was super prio by all of the countries. Even, oh my goodness gracious, Gord! Again, we're going to see it in the hands of Sans, this time not paired up with an Ixia. But against the Brody and this composition, I can see the value in it.
They have good self-peel. Bruno with a small amount of crowd control. Fredrin and Cho having a Gord in the backline, its damage is good wave clear. It's also great engage. And to make things worse, they bring out the Ekbrok again. More slows, more protection, and the Firaga armor to nullify and waste resources from RRQ.
Is it now time for a Franco?
Oof. Can it work though? I think that's
What?
okay actually.
Double down and go Natalia, bro.
Whoa, that'll be even more risky, you know, against a Cho, Fredrin, and an export can be revealed very easily. Even the Gord can reveal the Natalia. You can bypass through the smoke as well.
With what?
Mystic Gush, Mystic Projectile.
All the
But if
spells
it doesn't
are
hit?
untargeted.
It needs a hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not as easy to hit Gord's skills. It's not point and click.
Ooh.
Wait,
Oh,
it's an
what?
Edith Rogue.
Edith
Yeah,
Rogue.
okay,
There you go.
Oh, Banana and the Paquito. Is this a macro game plan from RRQ? They have thrown the curveball.
Okay, finally.
We're in for a treat.
Finally, Miracle's happy.
Happy, man.
No Edith.
Fredrin in the
EXP.
jungle, not XP. Edith in the roam, not XP. It's
Right.
paradise for Mirko.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Both compositions have been set in stone. Please tell us who you think will win it. Is it RRQ or will it be Onic this time around? Man, the fans are loving it.
I'm loving it too, man. It's crazy. We haven't seen Naomi on an Edith. It has, you know, engaged potential, but you have to question, has Onic found enough solutions? And what will they do? Because are looking to Onic for, you know, to try and cheat off their example.
And no purifies for RRQ. We'll see if that works out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 of the Royal Derby. Onic already leading with 1 point. It will take 1 more point for them to be able to win it all, take it all, and secure themselves in the top position of the regular season as we get into the game. See? There's no purifies whatsoever from the side of RQ. They're not respecting Keyboy at all.
I think to be fair, the only real person who can bring the Purify would be Clay. But yeah, I guess he believes that the Flicker will give him more value. And Sans got that Mystic Projectile down. Fersic still be, whoa, very aggressive maneuvers, forcing a Flicker early. A big win, or a small win for RQ early on.
Look at the response from RRQ, man. They're bringing everyone to the mid lane to help with the wave clear advantage because Sans just kept pushing. If you look at the emblems right here, agility is all across the board for Onic, and for RRQ, it's the maneuver heroes, the Valentina and the Paquito who has it. Everyone else goes for a bit more damage and tenacity, knowing that there is a chance that the Gord will just burst you down. It does true damage as well, so again, a hidden plus for the side of RRQ.
Do they have the answer towards the Gord?
Paquito.
Technically Paquito.
So just Paquito.
Here's the concern, man. If Paquito goes for a split push, Onic can very easily engage because everyone else on their team can go for it. Here Fersic tries his best to influence the rest of the lanes. Hasn't really been paying off, but let's see what happens in the first turtle fight. Will Onic let it go?
That's definitely the question here. I think in terms of setup, wait a minute. Naomi already with an engage onto 2 members.
Sans doesn't have a Flicker right now. Clay, Mystic Gush coming in. First blood by Clay. Dead end from Bogor. Already activated early on, but Kyrie looking for a re-engage or a bit of revenge. With the help of Boots here, this time Banana's level 4. I don't think Kyrie should go for this, and he knows it too. Fersic picks up the turtle, and RRQ claims a victory early on.
That's why it's so good from Onic, right? They can just decide, okay, you know what? It doesn't look favorable. We'll let it go. There will be other opportunities, and that confidence and decisiveness is why they are so efficient, and they don't really waste a lot of time on a maybe, right? They just go for absolutes.
But on the flip side, that was big brain there by Clay using the ultimate against Sans.
Missed the
And
gush.
that was like in the moment, split second, back into the game. 3 minutes has elapsed. You can see that it looks like they're looking for a gank onto one another.
CW to be engaged on Decimation. Fersic picks up a kill. Meanwhile, Keyboy gets away the Dragon on Skylar, but I don't think he's going to get much value out of this. It's actually Fersic who claims a double with another Decimation. RQ 2,000 gold lead, and they're looking for more. Kyrie taking a bit of damage.
Look at this pressure on the top side, though. RRQ, they're really good at like using the early strengths to their advantage, but they're also very susceptible to getting things turned around on them. So they have to try and play it aggressively, but also very calculatively, especially against Onic. So this is a bit of a test for RRQ. And will they go for a chance to shut down some of the players from Onic, or are they going to go for objectives instead, like turrets?
How do they do that though? Do they utilize CW? Do they swap him to the bottom lane? Look for something there, but look at how Banana's just oppressive. I don't think that's also a good idea. What do Onic do at this point?
They're banking on a 5v4 right here, knowing that Banana is on the bottom side. They rush with that turtle and take it. That's a true damage at work from the Gourd. Wow.
Super fast. Clinical turtle take there. Didn't even give RQ time to react. That's how fast it was. And I think Keyboy was able to zone Fiersic away alone. And now Boots, Faraga armor down. Oh, Banana just uses the dash to go to the bottom lane. Now we have, a 1v1, not
Civil
3v3.
We've been losing.
No, we won.
What?
We won the Rebellion one, remember?
Yeah, we did.
Once, and then we lost the Alter Ego one before that.
1-1.
All right.
All right.
But I'm sorry, I think I might be like helping the Indonesians because it's like a curse, but...
All right. Hey, Mirko, what the heck? Well, now they're planning on for a dive right here, which is the play to go to when your opponents are just waiting around. And you can see Banana being way more active, trying to bully Boots into submission. But in the mid, so all the lanes are still managed relatively well from RRQ, but they really can't get any kills.
There it is. I'm wondering, right? Is there a certain power spike that we're waiting in from Onic? Because, all right, sure, they were able to chunk that turtle really fast, and I think that was the only time where they were like, all right, let's get it. We haven't seen any pickoffs on the board, right? Onic, 5 minutes in, 6 minutes in, no kills whatsoever. They haven't gone for anything more. So then, losing, you get what I mean?
Yeah, they're playing very reactively and very
passive,
safe.
Yeah.
It seems like their main focus isn't to contest objectives, isn't to look for an advantage, is to make sure that they don't give RRQ the advantage they need. And to be fair, they do have the more solid late game gold laner. And look at the waves, man. Despite everything, RRQ, they're not even trading for a turret. They're not really getting invades into the jungle either. So Onic, they're doing a great job stalling this out. And I think it's going to start equalizing from both teams at about, 10 minutes maybe, with some items in the bag for Onic. Especially with the true damage and that utility coming in from the Ice Queen's one on Boots. That could be what they need.
All right, so we're waiting on a certain power spike, right? We're waiting on a certain moment. As RQ, they're looking to push the tempo, but up until this point, they haven't been able to find that perfect opening just yet, but it might change as we are entering the 5v5 contest for the turtle, with RQ picking up most of it. Looks like they want to go for a contest.
Not gonna strike, but Banana, no Faraga armor. Retreat battle, it's gonna be won out by Fiersic there. Pretty clean, and Onic have no answers to what RRQ are doing right now. It's a 3,000 gold lead with not much of responses from Onic.
Fiersic was a level ahead as well.
He is ahead for sure. And right now, it's still turtles, but once the lords start popping up, we see that usually that's where it gets difficult, but look at that!
Where the dragon, beautifully done! Right onto Skylar, Boots picks up the kill, now they go in! They pull the trigger, Last Insanity slowing them down, slowly but surely. Fiersic gonna be taking a half HP, Naomi forced to use the Primal Wrath, but it's just one kill for nothing.
That's unfortunate. Skylar, man, he needs to respect the playmaking potential. This is Keyboy's Cho we're talking about. They do have counters, right? Utility to try and protect Skylar, but if he is out of position, it's a bit too difficult to react to Keyboy's fast plays. Now, with that swing and momentum sort of, I think Onic are going to really try and counter and find something with the next objective, the Lord, because otherwise that will definitely translate to more turrets for the side of RRQ.
They're definitely looking for that right now. But the slow tempo coming from Onic is just... It's awkward, it's uncomfortable for me, right? Because it only takes one moment for Keyboy, and I think that's what they're banking on, but RQ don't want to let that slide.
Ooh, good disengage. Actually, Kyrie dodged away from that onward. Now it's going to be the re-engage coming in. Last Insanity defensively by Clay. Onic unable to push the tempo even further. And Banana is actually just trading up top, getting a turret, or pushing it even further, shoving it in. Kyrie also getting a pretty good invade down, making it level between the two junglers in level.
Good wave here for Banana there. Now the wave is pushing on the turret, so already. That's just great value. And you can see that RRQ, they're still staying around the bottom side, just trying to punish and look for some pressure before they rotate when the Lord is up. So Onic can maybe sneak it the way they did earlier, but CW.
Wow.
Whew.
That was so close. That was
skin of his
so
teeth.
close.
It's a pixel away from getting punished. Skylar was ready. He was there. He was like, oh, tell me when to go in, coach.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to get it. I mean, fortunately for Onic, though, I mean, CW, very quick reaction speed. As once again, RQ, like you mentioned, they're looking for a pick before they go in. Naomi not receiving any damage from Sans earlier on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be free. No Mystic Gush and no Faraga armor left. He needs to regen, and Kyrie's already going to get onwarded. Earth Shattered, Appraiser's Wrath coming down from Kyrie, buying a lot of time. Oh, he dodges away from the last Insanity. Still gets a chunk of damage down, but Kyrie can just go back onto the purple buff, and RQ have already reset it. No Primal Wrap for Naomi. Keyboard's looking for the engage. Oh, he finds Skylar out of everyone. Brings him back to the team. The Mystic Gush does some damage and takes him out. Banana in the back going to be taunted down by Kyrie, and all the members from Onic are low. But it's a Roamer traded in for a gold lane. Kyrie.
Banana.
What HP? It's a flicker from Clay. A splash of damage. Now CW is creating with the help of the last Insanity. Banana! Flickering forward onto CW. Knocking him out now. Going on to Sans. Forcing him back. And it's a W for RRQ, a 3 for 2.
Whew, man, the Paquito power pick. That just saved them that whole situation, man. It was looking very shaky for RRQ, but they have done it. Skylar gets picked up again, but somehow, some way, RRQ in true RRQ fashion, go for it anyway.
I just love how these team fights are so long drawn, and not necessarily because it's messy, but because of the level of skill that both of these teams possess. The fact that they're able to dance around one another time and time again. And that was just the amazing standout in that particular team fight. Banana, how far he's risen, how far he's come as a player as well. And now, in the 10th minute, 11th minute of the game, it's a completely different story. It's RRQ with a 3,000, almost a 4,000 gold lead.
We'll have to see, man. Banana now with the empowered waves. RRQ can do some really good macro gameplay, but the waves aren't really managed that well. The wave on the bottom side is already crashing. The Lord on the top side is nowhere near. RRQ, not exactly the most value play, but they are still trying to go into the jungle, trying to get as much value as possible.
And now it comes down to Onic doing some recovery. It's all about damage control now. How do they clear out these waves? Did he just leave the Lord to get these tier 2s and sacrifice the tier 1 in the mid lane, or did he want to fight for it?
They can, but it's a bit risky. Everything has to come in together so well. And I think RRQ, as long as they don't clump together and get comboed, it's going to be very difficult. But if they do get comboed, Sans is definitely able to do a lot of damage. That's a lot of AoE in the kit of Onic. So positioning will be key here.
Oh.
Whoa.
What?
I think he was trying to use it to just clear out the wave. Now conceal play down below. Looking for CW, positions himself very well, but RRQ will just take the scraps. It's a tier 2 for free because of the zoning provided by the conceal. Now Boots trying to slow them down with the Ice Queen wand, but gets chunked instead by the damage from Clay.
So you see RRQ lacking in engage and catch, unlike game number 1, but at the same time, they have the macro advantage. So all they have to do is make sure that they have a solid foundation, solid formation in front of the neutral objective, and then let Banana do what he does best. Crazy things on the Paquito, and maybe Onic will slip.
The splits, though, is definitely something that Onic are going to be able to smell out, right? And that can actually be used against Banana, but look at that. He's playing it so well. He's not hiding in your regular areas, but I think Kyrie knows exactly what's up. Okay, and he's able to take the Lethal Wanderer away.
Look at this level advantage, though. Thursik, 15, Kyrie, 13.
And you can see
that's not a common thing we see.
Yeah, very rare.
Oh, jinx. Well, Onic, right? You can see that they have put a lot of effort to preserving this mid turret. It is one of the more important turrets. It's where they can fall back to. And technically, if they're fighting in the jungle, this mid turret is a safe haven. But look at Boots abusing that Firaga armor. This is why it's so good against a team like RRQ.
But the timing. 2 seconds for the Lord to spawn, and now Boots is still in the base. RRQ with a lot of pressure. CW also up top, still farming here. RRQ going to take their time to set up for this Lord dance.
No way. Can Kyrie actually contest this?
2 levels down.
I mean, there's got to be a way that they dismantle.
Whoa,
Beautiful.
man.
Beautiful, beautiful preemptive movement there from a banana. That's a waste of resource there for Onic.
The best XP laner in Indonesia right now. Really, Naomi, well, onward. Earth Shadow connecting on the CW, but the way the dragon locks him down, even with the Primal Rat, the Immortality gets popped here, but Naomi, he had the Primal Rat still there, now it's giving the last insanity, and Skyler gets bursted down! What was that damage? It's a disaster for RQ, they lost 3 members out of nowhere. Banana is the only one here around the Lord Pit. Clay's gonna be spotted by the Mystic Projectile, and he's forced back. Wow, one mistake, one small mistake, one minuscule pixel mistake, and Onic gets everything turned around.
And I don't think I've ever seen a Gord use Flicker that way as well.
Yeah.
What?
What? That is just insane, man. RRQ now, out of nowhere, lost a base turret. And Onic, we talked about that late game power spike. They have arrived, man. 15 minutes. That's way more than enough. They have taken the gold lead. They have taken the Lord. RRQ now. And damage control.
Jeez.
I told you it was unsettling. There's just something wrong
It's disgusting
when
is what it
Onic
is.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's the calm before the storm.
Exactly. It's so scary. It's so eerie.
We gotta watch it back. I
We
had
do.
no idea what just happened.
Well, Naomi initially gets picked off. Clay and Skylar get stunned. And now we talk about crowding together.
Flicker, that flicker.
Everyone knew it's time to go, and everyone moved without any hesitation. Everyone got so low, and they were too close to each other. We talked about positioning. That is just way too important. RRQ now trying to clear the Lord. What can Onic do with the rest of the waves?
Well, they can take a base turret for free and a tier 2 up top. Looking for a base turret up top. CW and Keyboy walking forward. Clay, this is some damage. A good taunt over to Versing, and this might be a kill over. One more shot is necessary. Banana in the back on the Sans gets taunted up. Peel down. Banana running away, but the Mystic Gush slows him down even more. And Cristiano Ronaldo picks up a kill.
Takes down Banana. That's a one-man advantage that Onic has right now. With 4 members left standing, 2 waves are crashing, another one on the way in the bottom lane. Does RQ have what it takes to defend?
They have damage. They have clear right now on Onic. They're waiting for the next wave. They're going for the bottom turret instead. Without Banana to be able to threat the back line, it's going to be a free turret. Will Onic try and go for more?
Then why not? Baiting a flicker already. Now Ferris is going to be taunted up and slain. Melted down. Clay's looking for a blade, but it gets locked down instead. The way the dragon was used up defensively. Kyrie loses immortality. Now Skylar gets kicked back by Keyboy. And Onic are winning on all fronts. Banana, one man against the world. Going on to the mid waves. Clearing it out first. Onic, low HP. Banana can make a play here. Keyboy not connecting on the G Kundo. One cannon minion. Cleared out again by Banana. Getting chunked by CW. Cannon minion cleared out now by Naomi. Mystic Gush on from Sans and a flicker as well. Mega kill. Banana cutting the waves. 1 minute wave coming down right now. Banana gets locked down and taken out. Sans picks up a double kill. They have wiped RRQ out, and it is the sweetest revenge for Onic.
2-0. 2-0.